Hey Rebel parents. Ooh, I'm cold again. I have notes today for our newsletter. Laura and I just got back from the election, had so much fun. My goodness, it was crazy. And crazy on like a million levels. There was more prayer and more scripture in this inauguration than any inauguration in history. And I said it in the newsletter, let that marinate for a while. The president-elect, now president, and vice president-elect, now Vice President Pence, choose all of that. And they chose to honor the Lord in as many ways as they possibly could throughout the inauguration. And I gotta be honest, that gave me hope. That gave me more hope than anything else I saw. Yes, it was crazy. Yes, there were protesters. Yes, I got chased. Yes, people in our group were attacked. And that was bad. That was the ugly side of America. It's the ugly side of freedom, to be honest. That's what we get in a free country. We get some people that act like idiots and some people that are civil. But here's the great news. The Lord's in control, as he always is. He's always in control. And that's what I hope in. I was thinking of Hebrews 12:14. It says, "Be at peace and be holy, for without holiness no one can see the Lord." And I hope we follow that example. I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm reading, etc. It's in the newsletter, but I'll include it in the video. I'm reading Hunger Games again. I've read it before, and I started thinking about it because I saw so many of our little military men and women in DC, and they're just so young. My goodness, they're so young. I kept thinking, you shouldn't send them to war. They shouldn't see those things. I can handle that, but not an 18, 19, 20-year-old. So I'm reading Hunger Games again. I'm also reading a book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I feel like a total nut job even telling you all that, but I am not tidy. I tend to collect clutter, and I am on a mission to get rid of it. So Laura and I have agreed, as soon as it gets warm, because it's freezing right now, we got to do the whole house at once. We're going to film a documentary this summer of us decluttering our home. We're going to do a little bit in the meantime, but we're going to do that. Naomi emailed us. You can email us help@rebelparenting.org. help@rebelparenting.org. Naomi said, "What movies are you watching with your kids? We're always looking for good movies." And I'll walk home. Hopefully I won't be too much in the shade here. Trolls. We watched Trolls with my kids. They totally dug it. They love singing and dancing. That movie was as singing and dancing as it could possibly be for kids. I wish VidAngel was up and running. I just met one of the Harmon brothers in West Yosemite, and we need to pray for them and pray for their fight. They're going to fight all the way to the Supreme Court because they are the best thing to happen to parents since movies. Honestly, Trolls is great. There's just a troll that says OMG 2 or 3 times. And Matt Mayer, who I've talked about before, wrote about it today on Facebook. I cringe when I hear the Lord's name in vain. I just can't stand it. But I gotta tell you, I love that movie. It was so much fun. Oh, I'm also watching the TV show Alone. Oh my goodness, I love Alone. It is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Lincoln and I are obsessed with Alone. American Ninja Warrior's not on, but Alone is, and Alone is all about mental toughness. That entire show is about mental toughness. Survival doesn't seem to be the trick. The trick is if you can mentally stand it. And I've been listening to the Adam Carolla podcast a lot lately, and he has been doing things on mental toughness. He had a guy on with a book called What Doesn't Kill Us. I'll talk about that next week. He had Tim Ferriss on recently, but Adam's been doing something every day to increase toughness. And it's when you're in the shower, he turns it all the way to cold, stands there until the panic subsides, and then just sits there and suffers for a while. It's good for your body. There's a lot of medical reasons why, but here's the great thing. It makes you mentally tough. Because truthfully, there's not a real great reason to do it. Yes, there's some physical benefits, but it just makes you mentally tough. And I've been doing it. This is my 3rd day in a row. I gotta tell you, it's awful. It's terrible. I hate it. You're in this amazing warm shower with the water all over you, and then I turn that stupid thing to cold. Whoo, it's awful. I hate above all things being cold. Hate being cold, but I like being mentally tough. God bless you all. We appreciate you. Thanks for emailing us. Once again, email us help@rebelparenting.org. Sign up for the newsletter by texting REBEL to 444-999, 444-999. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. We can use your support. If you'd like to give it, we would appreciate it. Click the donate tab at rebelparenting.org. God bless. I'll see you next week.